And these are the data types available so far C programming is concerned. Now, if you see from here, float, double, long double, this data type support the decimal value. And all the data type above it, like for short, int, and long int, is a whole number without decimal. The last column indicate how many bytes occupied in the memory. When we write any program, we have to think from the how much space it will occupy. Nowadays, they expect you to write a code in such a way with a less memory. When you install any app in the mobile, there's always a problem with the space, right? So as a programmer, you should ensure that you write a code which occupy less memory space, better performance, and optimized. It should execute faster. Okay, so for that, we should know if I use particular data type, what size it is going to occupy inside the memory. Okay, and of course, it also depends upon the what range of number you have to deal with. Like for example, if I want to find a, just basic example, find a say factorial of a number. So user can enter any range. So you may prefer to use the long int because it is multiplying, no? But suppose if I say take some number and basic calculation, so you may go for a short or a int. Okay, so depend upon your requirement, you select the data type. If it is a banking application, I'll prefer to go for double and long double because even decimal amount is major importance, because if I have to calculate some interest, even 0.5 matters a lot. Getting it? So depend upon your application, you have to decide which data type you will apply. Then you have a character, that is unsigned and signed character. The only difference here, so far C is concerned, character will occupy 1 byte, but keep in mind in advanced programming, like for example Java, C#, and other programming language, no, character will occupy 2 bytes. And there's a reason behind it. What is the reason behind it? Because other programming language support multiple language. Okay, so if it is a different language, it need to like for example, if I'm writing in Chinese, so the character may require more space. So in that scenario, in other programming language, character will occupy 2 bytes. So for C is concerned, it will occupy 1 byte. Even when you develop a website, by default, your character will be 1 byte there. Everyone visit various website, no? Though you write HTML code, but there also, what character encode you are using is very, very important. Okay, so these are the data type available in the C programming language, and these are the format specifier. If you mismatch, like for example, if I say int, then I'm supposed to use %d. If you mismatch, you will get unexpected output. Okay, so you will get everything as a soft copy. Okay, so quickly I'm reading it. Unsigned chart, no sign means only positive number. So 0265535. Short means sign and unsigned both, means minus 32,768 to positive 32,767. This is the range. And for this is we use %d here. Sorry. And for unsigned, we use %u. %u indicate unsigned. Then you have a int range and you have a unsigned int range. And you have to be careful. Unsigned means %u, which will occupy 4 bytes. Now, sometimes students says, ma'am, sometime in the books they have given 2 bytes. When it is a Turbo C is also a compiler. So that time, initially, when we used to have a 8-bit computer, see now the computer also changing, 8-bit computer, 16-bit computer, 32-bit computer, now 64-bit computer we are using, right? So in Turbo C compiler, integer was occupying 2 bytes. But now we have to consider, since we are using 32 and 64-bit computer, integer will occupy 4 bytes. And suppose if you say, how should I check? So there is a way to check. We'll understand one method which will tell you how many bytes it occupies inside the memory. Same way you have a long int and unsigned long int. If you say the range is almost, both range are same. Okay, int and long int ka range same hai. So I can use either or, doesn't matter. The range for int and long int are same in C programming language. There is not a difference. The only thing you have to keep in mind, if it is a long int, LD hai, %LD, and unsigned %LU. And float, double and long double is used when I want to deal with the decimal value. I have not given a range, it is not required. So float, %F, double, LF, and long double capital L hai. Okay, this you should know because if you do mismatch, no unexpected output. And then you have a character. We'll quickly begin with the basic example and a memory diagram. This you will get as a soft copy.